Right now, there's a ton of videos going on about Anton Daniels and Mika and some other stuff. And there's a video of him talking about if he wanted to smash another chick with his wife. And this is really, really interesting. Really, really interesting. A few years ago, Anton Daniels made a video about me calling me a sexual predator, and it went crazy wild. And I think it is the reason that video he made about me is the reason he's in the financial position he's in today. But let's talk about a deeper issue. Anton Daniels is a prime example of what happens when a simp gets money. Anton Daniels never had any game. Anton Daniels was not good with women. Anton Daniels married the first woman that gave him some pussy. So now he has this YouTube fame, he has this money, and now he's acting like a trick. Now, let's kind of go back to, he made this video about me, and it gets deeper. I made another video talking about why he made the video, and it's now even more pronounced. Now, I put up videos currently on my other channel, Hustlers Kung Fu Black and White. I have definitive proof of me able to get women, have sex with women, not pay them a fucking dime. That's the thing that I think that pissed Anton off. Anton is short. That's another issue against him. I am 6'1", so that automatically puts me in a certain category that most of the women I meet are significantly shorter than me. But this is the epitome of what happens when a simp gets money. Now, one of the things that's happened is there's a lot of conversations going on. A lot of people are asking him and Mika, and this is something else. On my other YouTube channel, I put out months ago that Anton Daniels was going to cheat on his wife. Put that out. And people are like, no, he's not going to cheat on his wife. Now he's cheating on his wife. She seems to be okay with it, which, like, once again, let's get into sexual politics. All right. Years and years ago, I used to go to sex clubs, and I remember seeing what happened to polyamorous couples, people who are open to having multiple people in their relationship. And I saw this happen over and over and over again. You would have a couple and they would establish the ground rules that you can have sex with someone and she could have sex with someone. And it was all well and good until they ran across that super sexy motherfucker. Now, there was this club and this white woman wanted to have sex with this black guy. This big guy, he kind of looked like DJ Metcalf, built very similar, huge dick. He puts it down. And this married man is hearing his wife make sounds that he's never heard before because she's getting this big black dick. And I kind of kept up with it. 2 years later, they were divorced. See, when you bring in other people into your sex, I keep telling people like, you know, if you're dating boyfriend, girlfriend, and you want to play around, that's fine. But once you get married, do not bring other people into your relationship. Do not play that game, because ultimately it's going to end up in divorce. Because what's going to happen is someone's going to get way too happy with this alternative partner, and the married partner is going to feel slighted. Now, with Anton and Rita's situation, there's a lot of money on the table. So Rita is like, I'm not leaving this. And this is something else you need to understand. A woman will not leave even if you caught cheating if there's significant benefit for her to stay. And this is something a lot of people never talk about. Never talk about it. If there's significant benefit for a woman to stay, even if the man's cheating, she will stay. So Rita has a lot of reasons to stay with Anton, even with him going out and doing what I consider extremely lame behavior. As a married man, He used to put out that he wanted to be the guy, the type of guy that someone like would marry his daughter, right? Now, if you look at the shenanigans that are going on right now, him and Mika are striking channels because they're talking about them. And the talk is moving very, very negative. Now, when he made the video about me as a sexual predator, literally, people were making videos about Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. I did not issue one channel strike. You know why? Because I was making money. I was living my life. I was having a good time. But now he put this out here in the public eye. He's put these videos out here. He said things with his wife by his side, which creates a level of incongruence. If I'm a sexual predator, why are you going out here talking about having side chicks being a married man? Now, I'm currently in love, and I would never do this to my impending wife. I would not be on YouTube talking about, oh, I can bust down some other chick. That shit's fucking disrespectful. I don't care any way you shape it. And this is what's really, really funny. There's a group of people who are Anton Daniels fans, and they're being very, very quiet at the moment. Very, very quiet. I got one of his fans. He left a comment on my other YouTube channel, which I cannot get into because it got hijacked and it's a weird little block. So they have to send me a special link for me getting to my channel, which is annoying. And he's an Anton fan. And they're not saying a word about this guy going on the public forum, talking about busting other chicks down, and he's a married man. And this was the whole reason. When I was on the lead attorney show, the way he was coming at me was with moral indignation. And now, and this is my thought process, the behavior that's going on in their marriage, when he made that video about me, it wasn't going on. This is new behavior. This is simp behavior. Years ago, I was dating 3 women, and they knew I was dating other women. They knew. And I had one, she wanted to challenge me. And it was like, so you could sleep with other people, but I can't? She said, I think that's very unfair. I was like, well, that's just the way I am. If you don't like it, okay. And I got a question for you. How easy would it be for you to replace me? And at that moment, she had a cash crisis, and I had to give her like $1,500 or $1,800 for her rent. And I just gave it to her, right? Because she was a good girl at the time. And I was like, how easy do you think it would be for you to find someone to replace me? And she said, it wouldn't be easy. She said, most men don't have any money. And I said, how easy it would be for me to replace you? And she put her head in her hands and said, oh my God, oh my God. And I said, look, you don't want to be part of my team? That's fine. Well, I'll find someone else. And I knew that I could find someone else in literally, I could find someone in a matter of days, not weeks, days, right? And she knew this. And she said, I know my role, daddy. Now, Anton Daniels could not pull that kind of crap because he's a wimp, he's a wuss, he's a simp. So this is a big part of what you're seeing with the, because he got money. He got that YouTube money. And now his true personality is coming out. And this is something I said months ago that he was going to cheat on his wife. Why would Anton Daniels cheat on his wife? She's not his first choice. See, this is a common pattern with men. You will get men who will marry a woman, have children with a woman, and that woman's not his first choice. That's the only woman he could get. And that was Anton Daniels' situation. He could only get Rita. And, now he has the ability to get other women. He could get divorced and marry a younger, cuter chick just like that. Even with all this mess going on, he could easily do that because there's financial benefit for the woman. But when he made the video about me, I think my deep level of masculinity threatened his punk ass little bitch. Because like the way he's acting, like the striking of channels, the whole running, the non-verbal, I mean, he's just acting like a little bitch. And this is the thing that gets me with you guys. Y'all believe that shit. Y'all ate it up. I've been saying that there was a problem with him. His money, his logic stuff wasn't right. And no one wanted to believe me, but y'all wanted to believe the bullshit. Now your hero has fallen, and most of you do not have the integrity to check yourselves and say, okay, I was wrong. That'll never happen. He'll weather this storm. It's just a matter of a married man cheating on a woman. They ain't really a big news. So he'll weather the storm and he'll continue to do what he's been doing. But the thing is, many of you felt that he was the bringer of truth and morality, and it was a straight up lie. It was a straight up lie. He's nothing like that. He's a weak, feminine man. He's weak. And like I said, I would never do to my wife what he did. I think it's extremely disrespectful to come up here, have your wife hanging on your shoulder talking about, I can tell her I want to bust down another chick. That says a lot of stuff. I would not do that to my girlfriend. I would not do that to my wife. I would never actually put her in that position because it makes her look stupid. But once again, a lot of y'all believe in Anton Daniels. A lot of y'all think, like I said, this is a storm. It will pass. And he'll go right on doing what he was doing. And what I am seeing is I would not be surprised if him and Rita get divorced in the very near future. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Because she can, because they've been married so long, she can get a significant part of his assets because there's no prenup. And once the stuff, because if another piece of the drama comes out, I would say they would be in divorce court in the next 2 years. If this keeps up. Because right now, this is just one incident. But if another one pops up, then he talks about he gets all his chicks, manis and petties and stuff. And I'm just sitting there like, this is crazy. This is crazy. But this is what happens when a weak, feminine man gets money, and now he's in a position to get what he really wants. So that is one of the things that you will see with people like Anton Daniels. Now, he made the video about me and the lead attorney and everyone. Now, I had a lot of supporters. Rest in peace, Roger Allen Curry. He did the video defending me. I didn't break any laws. But because the internet is full of sexually inefficient people who can never get their first choice, people who don't get the woman or the man they want to date, and there was a lot of envy. And every time I bring it up, it's like, well, these people are just morally outraged. Really? Morally outraged? These people have sexual pathologies going on in their family. Some of these people have someone in their family who's being sexually molested, and they know, and they ain't saying shit. But that's on a personal level. But to hate on someone on the internet, that's easy. And that's what happened. So, this is what happens when weak men get money. And this is one of the reasons that I think the divorce rate is so high, because these men didn't want to be with these women. There's a show on the YouTube called, I think, The Conversation. And I've seen woman after woman come up and say, my man will not claim me. My man will not call me a girlfriend. My man, because he don't want to be with you. That's what he's saying. He doesn't want to be with you. The only reason he's with you is because you give him some pussy. That's it. So once again, we will be looking, because they're on him hard, but they're not on him like they were on to me. Because literally everybody was on to me. Everybody had something to say. Podcast, all these people had conversations, because he painted me as a sexual predator, even though I didn't do anything illegal, even though there was nothing going on. But that was the image, and that was what was cast. And every time I talk about it, his supporters get angry, because I'm not supposed to talk about him being a false prophet, for him saying all the negative stuff he said. I'm not supposed to actually deal with that. But it's funny. It's really funny. Now, at the time, because I could have sued him for defamation of character, but they only give you a 1-year window. And by the time I really thought about it, the window had closed. But I could have sued him and won. And that's one of the reasons he took down the videos. And that's one of the reasons he doesn't mention my name anymore. Because if he mentioned my name before, we can link back to the old video. And that's one of the reasons that he and the lead attorney both took down their videos. Because that was exposure. But once again, this is what happens when weak men get on the internet. And this is one of the things that happens. Because right now, I've never seen so many people call someone out. And like, I don't watch his videos because personally, I'm not a fan of the dude. But it is starting to catch up with him in ways that I don't think you can imagine. And check this out. You heard the show Seinfeld, right? Very popular show. Everyone loved him. What happened to that show? It went off the air. At some point, people are going to get tired of Anton Daniels and he will fade off away. How do I know this? Name all of the popular YouTubers from 10 years ago who are still around making money. Please do so. Yeah, that's what I thought. It's very hard.